Big Al's Rant with Cayden McFarland, powered by Jack Cassee Ford.
And here is the play that everybody's talking about. Welcome to the Rant, everybody. This is Miami and Duke last night.
This is going to take about 50 seconds
right,
if you haven't seen it.
Obviously, the only thing missing is the marching band in the end zone.
The
getting
Stanford
ready
band. That's right. Cal, Stanford,
okay.
1982.
So let's see.
Eight laterals. That's where his knee was down.
What was the replay official doing for 9 minutes?
Man, I have no idea. This is obviously a spectacular effort by Miami to carry this out. Starting at their own 26, going all the way back to the 3, were probably a couple of blocks in the back. 8 laterals, and for some reason they threw a flag for a block in the back and talked about it and talked about it and talked about it and picked up that flag. And as you said, it looked like the knee was down at the start of the play. David Cutcliffe just beside himself afterwards, understandably. So Miami, for now at least, has a 30-27 win over Duke, and it happened like that. 8 laterals. Incredible.
What would be wrong? Now, this officiating crew's been suspended for 2 weeks.
That's right.
Because they blew it. There's no other way to describe it.
Handled it as
poorly as you could possibly be. I don't know what the replay official was watching. He watched, I'm presuming, about 8 different angles and still could not make a decision when the knee hit the ground. It was obvious on the play that we just saw in regular motion.
Knee was down.
Please, give me a break. It's just terrible stuff. And I want to know what would be wrong by taking the win away from Miami. Why couldn't the conference, the ACC, say, you know what? The knee was down. There was no time left. Yep. There would not have been another play. It's not like that Miami would have had another chance.
Yeah.
Take the win away. Give it to Duke. And you mentioned, and I think it's an excellent point, Clemson and Florida State on down the road. When they have the ACC championship game, Duke has one more loss now. What if they go to the championship game? Is that going to matter?
It's less of a quality win than it would be for the team you're trying to get into the Final Four.
There's more than
the ACC. It makes sense to reverse it and give this win to Duke, but again, you're talking about stuff that's pretty much unprecedented. I can't think of a time when that's happened.
I know. And officiating, I know, is a tough job, but when you have replay to back you up, you shouldn't be making these mistakes. And I think, and we've said this when the NFL went haywire with the replay, and then we had the college following it. Yeah. The officials, I don't care what they they can claim they don't pay attention to it. I'm not buying it. They rely on the replay to get them out of tough spots.
I agree.
I don't think they officiate the game, and it may be a subconscious thing, but they don't make the immediate decisions that they once did when they knew that their call was definitely on the line. They rely on the replay to either bail them out or confirm the call.
You're preaching to the choir here. I've always been okay with the element of human error. I've never been a huge fan of replay, and I think this shows us this last thing I guess I'll say about it. Football was more fun in 1982 when the Cal-Stanford play happened. They had a knee down on that play. And nobody talked about all this stuff, but immediately we were kind of sick to our stomach watching this thing last night because it felt like Duke had a win just kind of ripped away from them by some really, really bad officiating.
And now the Duke coach is probably going to get fined for his comments about the officiating.
He really shouldn't.
It was a disgraceful display of officiating a football game, and we've seen some bad stuff. Talking about
the defense in this next game we're going to talk about. Welcome to the Rant, by the way, everybody.
Yes, hello.
Cayden McFarland, Big Al Jerkins. Yeah. Quickly tell people what your weekend was like. You were not with me on Friday Night Live.
And I apologize for that.
No, you did a great job. We love seeing your report out
I drove to Lexington after the newscast Thursday night.
After the news, 10:30.
Well, I had to get there because my brother had horses running in the Breeders' Cup in Lexington, Kentucky. So I had to get there by Friday because he had a horse running at 2 o'clock. Yep. So I got there without sleep, but I'm used to it now. We've driven to Austin for football games, so why not for a Breeders' Cup?
And Saturday in the big race, FNX.
It was pretty exciting, yes.
Finishing second.
It was the greatest second we've ever experienced.
I can imagine.
The greatest second.
Absolutely.
It was kind of neat because all the people that have a horse in the race kind of watch it all together, and when American Pharoah, you knew he was going to win it at the top of the stretch.
Yeah.
But my brother and I are going, come on, baby, you know, finish second, finish second. And sure enough, he did, and you would have thought we won the race the way we were hugging each other, and the owner was happy.
But the highlight of the week?
The highlight of the week?
Kate Upton?
Oh.
He met Kate Upton.
Well, she's beautiful.
Pretty good.
Let me just.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, she was in the paddock, and she made the trophy presentation after the race. But she came to the paddock to see the American Pharoah, and it just so happened that the number 5 was scratched from the Breeders' Cup Classic. So American Pharoah and FNX saddled right next to each other. So Kate Upton and Justin Verlander, by the way, was there. No one paid attention to him. But she is a very attractive young lady.
Sure.
I'll just leave it at that,
Understatement
okay?
will do.
Yes.
Quite
I'm
nice.
sorry, I didn't know where you're going. I apologize.
All right, now we'll talk about our state football teams like
Kate
we
Upton
usually do
is
here on the Rant.
gorgeous. I may even go out and buy that video game, and I don't play video games.
Yeah, whatever that thing is.
Whatever it is.
He's going to support it.
Thanks, Cade. Thanks for getting me in the hole there. All right, well, let's take a break while we compose ourselves, and we'll be back with more right after this.